Hey, what's up, everybody? I had my friend John on last night to talk some Week 1 NFL spread picks, and we had a good time, and the segment is right here. I hope you enjoy. All right, welcome into the studio, everybody, with my man John Don from Stafford, Connecticut. How we doing, brother?
Doing well. Pretty excited for the football season starting Thursday night. Big game in Carolina. Sadly, I won't be there, but I'll be there at heart, so that's all that matters.
There you go. We're going to be talking some Week 1 NFL game lines, and we're going to waste absolutely no time with the king of Stafford, Connecticut himself. All right, Dallas is at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay minus 8.5. Who we liking there, brother?
So, they got it at 8.5. I was honestly very, very high on Dallas with Zach Martin playing. I felt like usually the first game of the year, especially a Thursday night game, it's typically close. So it's something that before the Zach Martin injury, I liked them. I still think I'm going to ride with them. Definitely worried a little bit about the Bucs D-line causing havoc. But I can see the game being about 35-20 and then just a backdoor cover by the Cowboys with about in a 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening.
Yeah, so I agree. I think that 8.5 is actually a really big line, especially when we haven't seen either of these two teams play a snap of football. With Dak Prescott back opening night, I don't know. I am taking Dallas plus 8.5 for sure. How about you?
Definitely taking Dallas.
Dallas plus 8.5.
Going Dallas.
But I could definitely see Tampa Bay coming out and just absolutely waxing.
Oh, just killing them.
Yeah, I don't doubt Tom Brady.
I could so seeing it'd be 45-10.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah. But I think Dak and Zeke and the boys definitely have something to prove this year.
Yeah.
And I like Dallas plus 8.5 all day long. All right, Dallas, Tampa Bay over under is 52. That seems pretty high to me. I think I like the under there.
For the Dallas game?
For the Dallas game.
Depends.
That's two high-powered
52.
offenses, though.
It really depends if Dallas... It all depends on Dallas, to be honest. You know Tampa's going to put up points.
Right.
It just... Can Dallas put up points? I don't know, because I could see it being even a score of... I know this is going to sound, stupid because I just said I could see Dallas covering, but like I said before, I could see it being like a 35-14 game, 49 points scored, and then Dallas just getting dominated. So I really don't know. I'd probably honestly go with the under 2, though. It's a lot of points.
That Dallas defense last year was one of the worst we've ever seen in football.
Yeah.
But CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, man, they are beastly. Philadelphia going to Atlanta. Atlanta getting 3.5 points. No, actually, Atlanta giving 3.5 points. And I've actually gone back and forth on this one.
Yeah.
But I think I like the Falcons. I'm not a believer in Jalen Hurts. Matt Ryan, Kyle Pitts, obviously the most decadent rookie tight end that we've ever seen. Rookie prospect, going to be insane. But for me, it's all about Atlanta's defense because they were really bad last year. If they could tighten those holes up, I'm not a believer in Jalen Hurts or Philadelphia at all. I think I'm going to take Atlanta minus 3.5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to back him up there too. I know that Philly has a new coach. I'm not a big guy on Miles Sanders. I don't think Hurts is that great.
Agreed.
Don't think they really did much to improve their receiving game. I know they got Devonta Smith, but he hasn't really proved much to me yet.
He's a rookie.
Obviously, he's a rookie, but he didn't really do much crazy in the training camp.
Jalen Reagor's terrible.
Unlike Elijah Moore, but
yeah.
I really do think that Calvin Ridley's gonna have a field day. I genuinely think he might go off for 200 yards. I know that's definitely bold, but I like Atlanta minus 3.5 and the over 48.
I think I'm gonna go with the under there, but not too confident in it. Honestly, I could see that one going either way.
Like I said before, I'm hammering the over there. Both secondaries are just horrible. So
for the Falcons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Eagles secondary is not great. I know they got rid of Jalen Mills to the Pats. So, we'll see. Jalen Mills probably was a good thing they got rid of him.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a wait and see.
All right, next one. Pittsburgh. Maybe the biggest team question mark of the NFL season is getting 6.5 on the road, traveling up to Buffalo. I am a big believer in Pittsburgh, but only to a T. That offensive line is absolutely terrible, and Big Ben's elbow needs to hold up big time.
Yeah.
I think Buffalo is definitely a team that could take a step forward this year, but I don't know. Week 1 can be fluky sometimes. I think I'm going to lead Pittsburgh here.
So honestly, as much as it pains me to say, I think with the addition of Gregory Rousseau on their D-line, It's definitely going to, give Big Ben a lot of problems. I think that the fact that they kept Brian Dable in-house, I don't really see much regression on that offense.
Mm-hmm.
I think Singletary's going to have a pretty solid year. As much as it pains me to say as well as a Jets fan, I just don't really see how Josh Allen's going to regress. And with the game being in Buffalo, I'm going to take the points and go 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on this over-under? I think I'm going the under 48.5 right here. I just think that both defenses are pretty solid, and that just kind of seems like a matchup where there's not going to be a lot of points scored. I can see 24-21 final, and somebody winning in the last second.
Totally. Yeah, I agree. I like the under there too. I could see in week 14 we look back and these two defenses are like top 5.
Yeah.
Just like they're that good. They have all pros all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I like the under there too. But that is a game that I'm definitely tuning into. I can't wait to watch Buffalo play Pittsburgh. I have Najee Harris in both leagues.
Where do you draft him?
11th and the 3rd round of the Superflex.
I wish, dude. I had the 4th pick in both my 12-mans. Or no, I had a 4th pick in my 10-man. 4th pick in my 12-man, and I went Aaron Jones in PPR leagues.
That's not bad, though.
I'm just not big on... I know it's going to sound dumb, but Derrick Henry's a stud, but I like guys that catch the ball.
Yeah.
And Nick Chubb's a stud, but he has a shared backfield. With the Packers getting rid of Jamal Williams, that offense is just very good. Mm-hmm. I'd rather just go... I think Jones just has a very high floor.
Yeah.
He might not be the sexy pick there, but I just like the guy who I know is going to get catches, and we'll see. And he stays healthy typically, so...
Yeah, he's been a top 5 running back the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, so I was like, I'd rather just go with the safe
floor. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we got Minnesota traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati plus 3.5. The Vikings are a team, John, that I think are going to be right back on the map, just like the Niners last year. I think last year was a bit of a fluke. I'm not the biggest believer in Kirk Cousins, but I think that the Cincinnati Bengals defense could be so bad that it is just... That's why I love Cincinnati skills players for fantasy this year, but obviously we're talking the lines right now. I think that Minnesota covers the 3.5 all day long.
Yeah, that's actually one of my top 3 spreads.
Best bets?
Yeah, it's one of my top 3 best bets.
Nice.
Very confident in that. I think that if this game was in Minnesota, I think it honestly might be like a minus 6.5 spread.
Yeah,
I think that's almost a lock. It's just...
Yep.
I don't really think it matters for a team like Cincinnati who's so young, and I don't think that the Bengals' home field advantage is anything crazy. No. This game was in Seattle, and Seattle was struggling.
Right.
Maybe I'd give Seattle some credit there, but I don't really think the Bengals stadium is doing much to throw the Vikings off their game. I think Dalvin Cook's going to have a field day.
Yeah, all day.
And with the loss of Carl Lawson, I just don't really see that defense causing any pressure on Kirk. I think he's going to throw all day there. They still have Jefferson and Thielen, both healthy. I know they lost Irv Smith, but Chris Herndon's decent enough to have somewhat of a good day against them too. So
I agree.
I definitely think they're going to smoke them, to be honest.
Yeah, the jungle they used to call it back when Cincinnati was good. They did have a little bit of
when they were good, but it's been dead for a while. And I don't know what they were doing drafting Jamar Chase. I know Penny Sewell has been struggling in the preseason, but anybody that knows football knows that when you invest a pick in a young quarterback like that, before you get him weapons, you got to protect him.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how that plays out, but I wasn't in love with that idea.
I agree. The over/under is set at 47.5. That's one that I don't feel too confident in either way, but I would probably just go the over because I think that both offenses are pretty high-powered, and like I said, the Bengals defense is a high school defense. So.
Yeah, I fully agree. I'm taking the over on that too, slightly because I have Joe Mixon in my 12-man.
Let's go.
I'm one of those dudes who took the risk.
Me too. I love Joe Mixon.
I don't love him, but it's where the board fell. So it was either wait and get David Montgomery, or just take Mixon. And I was like, all right, too much upside there. So let's hope he stays healthy and he has a decent year.
You're gonna be rewarded, bro. I promise. I'm a Joe Mixon truth.
Are you?
I love Joe Mixon. Top 5 running back this year.
Talent's there, but
yeah, their offensive line is like that's
very bad.
The thing. Yeah. We have San Francisco going to Detroit. Detroit plus 7.5 at home. And if San Francisco looks anything like they should when they're healthy, I think that minus 7.5 is a gimme. That's free money.
Yeah. See, I'm going to go the opposite here.
Really?
Yeah. I think that Detroit's going to be horrible all year. I think they're going to be one of the bottom... I don't know about bottom 3, but bottom 5 teams in the league. I think their coach is just one of those football guys who talks the talk. But I think he's just like, I don't know if he's really a great coach. I think he's just one of those dudes who gives good interviews and press conferences. Not really sold on him at all. just a side note though, anybody listening, I would draft Tj Hawkinson. I know this episode's going to come out a little late before when drafts are already done, but if you're doing a late league, I would definitely say Tj Hawkinson's a great value in all leagues. I have him in most of my leagues. Any league I can grab him in. It's going to be Goff's number one guy, and a lot of people are saying he's going to probably exceed over 100 targets at least this year. So I think if Hawkinson can have a day, and Detroit can run the ball with Swift, who's supposed to have a solid year this year, I think they can compete enough to compete with the Niners. Because I know last year, week 1, the Jags beat the Colts, and then didn't win a game for about 15 weeks. Or no, they didn't win a game the rest of the year.
They didn't win a game the rest of the year.
Yeah, so 15 regular season games, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I got Detroit. It's definitely, I'm sure Vegas, the action is all on the Niners, so I like taking what other people aren't, because as everybody knows, Vegas usually wins at the end of the day.
They do, man. You zig when everyone else zags.
Exactly.
I can totally see it, where the Niners are up 14, and Detroit scores a touchdown with a minute left.
Yeah, some BS, some Vegas BS.
Totally, dude. And it's week 1.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the 45 over-under?
I think that's so low because Detroit's offense, I think, will be so bad.
Yeah.
And the Niners' defense is probably going to be really good.
Yeah.
I think that's one where, you look at it and you think low over-under, I'm taking the over. But I'm actually going to go under because I don't feel that Detroit is going to put up enough points to cover that over.
My prediction for that game is 24-17.
That's close, bro.
I have the Lions covering.
Right.
And then I have the under there. So it'll be 41 points.
Yeah, I like the under there, too.
Yeah. I think I don't see them scoring more than 45 points.
Unless the Niners... I could see the Niners walking in like 45-7ing them.
Really?
Dude, I think Detroit's going to be the worst team in the league. No question.
Yeah. They might even score some defensive touchdowns.
Yeah,
Goff is horrible.
Too. Yeah.
Goff is
terrible. I mean, their number one target is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's bad.
Tyrell Williams. Those are the two top receivers.
That's not promising at all.
I can't do it, bro.
That's why I like Hawkinson so much.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he's gonna. Hopefully, they don't double cover a tight end though. He probably will.
I mean, he's really good. Like you said, he could definitely be a guy where we look next year and he's a top 3, top 4 tight end.
I think it's crazy that they have Kyle Pitts, who never played a game, ranked ahead of Hawkinson.
I agree. I don't have.
I never would have touched Kyle Pitts. I mean, he might end up being disgusting, but I'd rather just take. I like taking the guys who I know have been there before. I don't really like taking rookies unless they're running backs in fantasy.
That's the problem with Kyle Pitts is you're buying him at his ceiling.
Yeah,
literally. You're expecting him to break out.
That's not what I want to take.
No, not at all. We got Seattle going to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is plus 2.5 at home, and I think that Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf this year are going to make some sweet magic. Yeah. I don't know about Carson Wentz. I think that he's going to have a bounce back year, but Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, give me Seattle minus 2.5 all day long on the road.
Yeah, so I'm definitely in agreement there. I got Seattle minus 2.5, and I'm a big. I do like to gamble. I'm a big money line guy, so I know on Sunday I won't be doing the minus 2.5. Just because I could see them win this game freaking 21-20 or something.
Yeah,
they'll probably score more points.
Yeah.
But I just hate losing because of some stupid freak. I just not a big fan of spreads. I just money line. This way I don't have to worry about any dumb crap. If somebody misses a PAT. Just give me minus 145. And that's one of my top bets as well.
I like it. Yeah, I can totally see this game being like the week 1 Seattle game where like they win 35-34. Like that weird fluky thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a high-scoring game in my opinion. What are your thoughts on the over-under 50?
Over-under 50? I like the over there.
Yeah.
I do.
I love the over there. I know that Seattle has this safety who's pretty horrible. I heard a team in New York got 2 firsts for him.
That's what I heard too.
So definitely taking the over. That guy can't cover. That guy can't cover anybody, to be honest. So
the highest paid safety in the league can't cover.
That dude's a bum. But yeah, I'm going over 50 on that one for sure.
All right, Arizona traveling to Tennessee. Tennessee is minus 3.5 at home, and the poor Cardinals, John, are stuck in the NFC West with the...
I'm not sold on them at all this year.
I'm not either, but I think they're going to come in 4th behind the Niners, Seahawks, and Rams.
Yeah.
And that's just so brutal because, like...
I just don't think... I don't know. I had Kyler last year for a while. He lit it up. Yeah, he hurt his AC joint, and that made him, obviously took away his running game and took away a lot of versatility. Mm-hmm. But I could just see people figuring out Kingsbury's offense.
Oh, me too.
I don't know what it is. I just, something in my gut is just telling me that they're not going to be great. And I do have a prop bet on the Titans to win the what are they in the AFC South?
AFC South.
I have a prop bet. I got them at -120 before the right when Julio Jones got traded. A minute after, I put 100 on it.
Nice.
I think they're at like -180 now.
Nice.
To win the division.
Yep.
So
it's not going to be Jacksonville or Houston.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was a 2-man race, and
right.
I'll bet against Carson Wentz any day of the week. So we'll see.
The problem with Kyler Murray is I've literally watched games where he scrambles out of the pocket because he can't see over the line.
Yeah.
And so if defensive coordinators can take away his running game, there's going to be some major problems.
He has an arm, but he misses a lot of throws.
Yeah.
Like, I watched a lot of Cardinals games last year because I legally purchased a Sunday ticket. But, and, he just, I don't know. He misses a lot of throws. And besides D-Hop, people could talk about AJ Green if they want to. That doesn't impress me at all. Like that, no. AJ Green signing does nothing for me.
So washed.
Does nothing for me at all. He'll probably get turf toe.
Yeah.
By week 2, so that does nothing for me. Christian Kirk is Walmart Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
So
and Andy Isabella, the receiver who went 2 picks before DK Metcalf out of UMass.
Yeah.
How about that?
Come on. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sold on him. Chase Edmonds is decent. They got dead James Conner.
You're out on the Cardinals.
I'm out on the Cardinals this year. I just think they're like, I was big on them last year, and then didn't they kind of fluke it? Did they make the playoffs?
No,
they played the Rams
missed.
in a playing game, kind of like a playoff, like week 17, get in, do or die, and they folded against fucking John Wolford.
Yeah.
So come on.
That's true. I think that Nuke Hopkins would be the only guy that I would be interested in owning
in fantasy.
In fantasy, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't take Edmonds in any late rounds. I could have, just for running back depth, but I opted with Fournette over Edmonds, just because I know there's a shared backfield there.
Bold.
It is, but I just trust. I think the Bucs score a lot of points, and if you watch the playoff run last year, they love Fournette. I'm not saying he's going to be a stud, but my running backs are McCaffrey and Josh Jacobs, my biggest 12-man.
Mm-hmm.
So God forbid Jacobs sucks, and I have to throw Fournette in there. Hopefully McCaffrey scores 30 and Fournette can get me 10.
Covers you up.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
So I like Arizona plus 3.5. Sounds like you're taking Tennessee minus 3.5.
Yeah, definitely.
All day.
Hammering Tennessee there.
Cool. So I believe the over-under is set at 52. Wow. That is really high.
Whenever lines are that high, I feel they typically hit. You know what I mean? I can see even 30 to 24 that wins it. I can so see that.
Yeah.
And that would get me enough to cover Tennessee. So I would definitely take the over there.
Take the over. I think I'm going under there just because anytime that over-unders go above 51, I get a little nervous. But I can see it going both ways because both offenses are very high-powered, in theory at least. Yeah. I think Arizona is not going to do good, especially because that division is just so
good. You're playing possibly 6 playoff teams.
Yeah, maybe the 3 best playoff teams in the NFC. They're loaded. So poor Arizona. I don't know any Cardinals fans. You any Cardinals fans?
Not many. I like the Cardinals though, because I like Kyler Murray. I like D-Hop a lot. I think their uniforms are tough.
Yeah.
But I'm just not sold on them this year.
No, me neither.
I think they're gonna regress.
Yeah. So, John, it's time to discuss. It's time to discuss the game of games. The New York Jets traveling to Sam Darnold's Carolina Panthers. Carolina giving 5.5. Carolina minus 5.5 at home. And I, because of the Carolina Panthers' skills positions, am going to take the 5.5. I think that Sam Darnold comes out and just absolutely slings it. I think that Zach Wilson, the bettors, I feel like are going to take the 5.5 because it's the quarterback that they haven't seen. They're hearing all these things about Zach Wilson, but I think that week 1, Robbie Anderson, Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Carolina are just going to light up the Jets. Obviously, I have an opinion that you probably feel differently.
No, of course. I try not to be a biased Jets fan, but
oh well.
Yeah, I don't know. When the news of the Panthers right guard getting corona and being out, the X factor for the game, Carolina's offensive line is bad. It's very bad. As somebody who's seen Sam Darnold every single pass attempt his last freaking 3 years of his career, I know that he's not that good under pressure, but he's very Jekyll and Hyde. He can look like freaking Mahomes one day, or he could look like Ryan Leaf.
Yeah.
So it all depends what Sam Darnold comes out. If you get him shaken up and, we could take advantage of their line being hurt, I'm telling you right now, if Carl Lawson didn't tear his Achilles, I'm hammering the Jets money line here. I think the Jets will cover 5.5. I think they do ultimately lose this game, sadly. I think the final score is going to be 24-20 Carolina. And I think Zach Wilson has a pretty good debut. I don't think Carolina's secondary is great. I know they drafted Jace Horn. He might get him once. But, I do think it's going to be close. But, yeah, like he was saying, the weapons on Carolina, we have no secondary. So we're not going to be able to sack Darnold every time. So when he gets even a second of free time in the pocket, he could throw on the run. It's going to be a long day for our defense.
Who's the Jets running back to own, would you say?
None.
Fantasy.
I wouldn't own any of them in fantasy.
Yeah.
Everybody was big on Michael Carter, the kid out of UNC. I think we took him like 107.
Mm-hmm.
He's good, but they like Ty Johnson a lot. They signed Tevin Coleman in the offseason. And if anybody that's watched San Fran last year knows that they just same kind of offense that we run. It's just running back by committee.
It's roulette, yeah.
Nobody whoever has the hot hand, I wouldn't start a single one of them.
Right. So the over under is set at 45. I'm gonna take the over there.
Hammering the over.
Yeah.
I think they're underestimating. I know I'm a Jets fan, so obviously I'm gonna say this, but the Jets offense is gonna be sneaky. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be sneaky good, but they're gonna be better than people expect.
It'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, because Corey Davis is pretty solid. He had 970 yards last year in 14 games in a pretty run heavy offense. So I do think with the 17th game this year, if he plays all 17, I think he's a lock for 1,000 yards.
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore, we'll see what he does in the regular season, but he's definitely a weapon that he's going to overtake Crowder. I could see them trading Crowder in the regular season for hopefully a tight end replacement. We're starting Tyler Kroft right now.
That's tough.
That is tough. But yeah, I would hammer the over. I actually like that bet a lot.
You like the over?
Yeah,
over
I like
45?
the over a lot.
Nice. So we have the Chargers, Mr. Justin Herbert, traveling to play the football team in Washington. Washington is minus 1 point. And I think that people are going to remember Justin Herbert from last year and bet big money on the Chargers. I'm going to go contrarian and take Fitzmagic. Last time we saw him play for the Dolphins, he was pretty dang good. Obviously, as a Jets fan, you have memories of him too.
Yeah, I like speaking on that. The Dolphins were the first team to create the relief quarterback in the NFL. Whenever Tua would struggle, Big Fitz had to come in and save the day for his little bro. So I respect the Dolphins for innovating the game of football for sure.
Yeah, but that relief pitcher.
I always say that to Cookie, and one of my best friends, Quinn's a Dolphins fan.
Plug him.
So yeah,
shout out
Quinn and Cookie. Tua throws ducks.
Nah, he's coming this year. All right, we'll get to the Dolphins. But I think that Terry McLaurin is one of the best young receivers in the game.
He's my receiver one in my biggest league.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah.
Antonio Gibson is a baller too.
Yeah.
I think Washington, I know that the hype train is like leaving the station. There's so many people on it. But I really do think Washington is the best team in that division. I think that they could beat the Cowboys out for that.
So do I. I like their prop bet for the division a lot. I saw something the other day that Dallas has been favored to win the division like... It might have been like 7 times in the last 15 years, and they've won it like once, and they didn't in like the 6 times they were the favorites, or the 7 out of the 7 times they were the favorite to win the division. They didn't win it 6 times, they won it once. So that's not something I want to bet on. I think people are talking about Fitz has never made the playoffs, this and that, but people forget in 2015 he was 10-5 of the Jets.
Yep. They
went into Buffalo week 17, should have won that game. And he threw 3 picks in the second half, and they choked it. And they almost won on the last drive. So he's put together good seasons before. Like he played very well with the Finns last year. But besides the Jets and the Dolphins, he hasn't really been dealt a good hand. So this might be one of the best situations he's ever been in. Definitely probably the best defense.
Oh my gosh,
he's ever been in. This Washington defense is scary. I'm very excited to see both these teams because it's a great offense against a really great defense.
Yes.
So I think this might be the game of the week, to be honest.
I think Washington's defense is absolutely loaded.
Insane. Who's their corners?
I don't know.
But I can't even name them off the top of my head, but I know they have pretty solid young corners.
Their front 7 is sick too.
Yeah, who needs good corners when you have that deal?
Right. I think that the thing that could come into play here is that the Chargers defense last year, I know that they have James and Bosa back, but their defense was awful.
Horrible.
And they had maybe the worst offensive line in the NFL last year. So I think that people are going to see the free points. I think it's a 0.5 point is the spread right now. But I think that people are going to think about Justin Herbert and those luscious locks, and they're going to...
So you're going Washington?
I'm going Washington.
So I'm going to touch on the O-line point. I do agree with that, but they actually signed... All-Pro center Corey Linsley from the Packers.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
And then they drafted Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern,
Yes.
who was actually had a pretty good camp. They said he dominated Bosa in camp.
Mm.
So obviously that's pretty promising.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. I have Herbert and Allen in my fantasy league, so I'm just going to go with with the Chargers and hope they have a field day.
Yeah, Keenan Allen is one of the best route runners in the game, man.
We have the over-under of that game at 44.5. Who do you have there?
I like the over there. I like the over. I think that both offenses are going to come out high flying. I know Washington's defense, last time we saw them, was absolutely sick. But, it's a new year, and both offenses in this pass-happy league are going to be scoring some points. So I like Washington -1 and the over.
This is tough for me. I'm going to go against the grain here. And I could see Washington not gelling in their first game, due to a new quarterback. Ron Rivera, I know he's a pretty solid coach, but he's not an offensive guru. You know what I mean? So I could see it being like a 21-20 game, and the Chargers just winning 21-20. I just think, I don't know, Washington's deep. It seems like it could be a game that's just going to be fall in the trenches all game. And it's going to be tough for big plays for the Chargers, which they kind of make a lot of money off of big explosive plays.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm going to go with the under 44.5.
Nice. I like it. Next up, maybe the least watched game of the slate this year.
Maybe the season, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe of the season. Yeah. Jacksonville traveling to Houston. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is playing at least. I mean, we get to see that. But
I'm good on Lawrence.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm good on Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, man. Thank God you guys won that Week 15 game against Cleveland last year.
We'll see, to be honest.
No. Come on.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Come on.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm not even
tell me all day.
We'll see in 5 years.
Yeah, we will, dude.
No, because
we'll see next year.
Baker Mayfield was the first pick. Allen was picked 6th, and then everybody would take Josh Allen over Baker Mayfield. You know that's facts. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I know, obviously right now, Lawrence obviously was the first overall pick for a reason, but Zach Wilson has a lot of potential. Like, Tony Romo, take this with a grain of salt. Tony Romo 2 days ago said he could see Wilson being a top 3 quarterback in the league eventually. I know Romo is Tony Romo, but if his predictions are anything like his play analysis, then hopefully he's spot on.
We never know. Never know.
I just think Wilson has. I really do think he has the best arm talent out of any quarterback in that draft.
You do.
Yes.
You do.
Madden has him ranked 4th highest throwing power in the video game. Just throwing it out there.
Oh, that's good.
Oh man.
Dude. But Trevor Lawrence, they compare this dude to Andrew Luck, to Peyton Manning. Like, that's the level of prospect
I get it.
Seeing.
I definitely get it.
So if you could go back and lose that game to Cleveland last
obviously,
week, would you do it? Yeah.
Obviously.
But like you said, we don't know
you really
until the
don't
games
know.
are played.
Exactly.
Till the games are played. And I agree. Jacksonville is -3.5 at Houston. And something tells me that everyone, just knowing Jacksonville, Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence, it was Travis Etienne, obviously not anymore. I think that Jacksonville is the more talented team, but I think that everyone is just going to be hammering Jacksonville, and I just like Houston to cover for some reason. I don't know why.
They're just very, very bad.
They are.
Like, very bad.
They are. But their skills players aren't terrible. They have
How did they cut Kiki Kute?
I know, that surprised me too.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's better on the roster at receiver than him?
I know.
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks is good.
He's gone probably.
They have 4 running backs that are exactly the same. They have Rex Burkhead, Mark Ingram, Phillip Lindsay, and I'm blanking on the other. David Johnson.
Just all stink.
Yeah.
Lindsay's actually solid.
I do like Lindsey. Tyrod Taylor is, again, another solid starter. Houston's defense, I think, is going to really stink, bad.
Very bad.
But also, Jacksonville's defense is not talking to me either. So.
I like CJ Henderson, though. CJ Henderson's pretty solid, their corner. But who do you have here? So you're going Jackson. No, you're going Houston.
I like
plus
Houston to cover +3.5, yeah.
So
Week 1 is fluky.
Yeah, I don't know. I had the Houston before I had Houston +3.5. I just really think they stink, though. So I'm going to kind of change it to Jacksonville -3.5. I think Lawrence is just going to light it up.
Yeah.
To be honest. And I kind of like the under. I don't like taking over for shit teams.
No.
Oh.
You're good. I'll bleep it.
Yeah, for bad teams. I don't like taking the under. Or taking the over. So I'm going to go under 44.5. And I'd probably go with the -145 money line if I was to actually bet it. But -3.5. Definitely.
I like it. Yeah.
Jacksonville.
I remember last year... like I said, Week 1 is fluky, specifically AFC South.
Yeah.
Remember, Jacksonville went into Indianapolis, or played them at home. I think they played them at home last year and won, and that was the only win of the season.
Yeah.
Week 1 is just really weird. All right, the time to discuss, man. Miami, 2021 AFC contenders, Dolphins traveling to New England. New England giving 3. New England is favored by 3, and I like the Dolphins to walk into New England and pull the upset. I am absolutely all in on Tua. I think that the Dolphins' running back position is not amazing. Their weapons are good. Their O-line is maybe the worst in football.
You think so?
Yeah, it's really bad. But their defense was number 1 in scoring or points allowed last year until week 17.
Rams game was you guys killed them.
Yes, and it was like that all year.
Yeah.
So
very good defense.
I think that their defense got better. Their skills players got better. Tua has another year, and I know it's preseason, but he has looked really good. He's looked like left-handed Russell Wilson in preseason.
So
wow. But all right, so
we weren't drinking before this.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. That was definitely a bold statement, but I respect it though.
Now is the time that we just get to roast the Patriots because as a Jet and a Dolphin fan sitting here, we both commonly hate the Patriots.
Can we though? Yeah. I think Mac Jones is. I hate to say it. I think he was a perfect fit there.
You do?
I really do.
Really, dude?
Yeah, I really do. It sucks, but he has a quick release. He's smart.
He's a Belichick guy.
He's a Belichick guy, and Saban loved him. Saban and Belichick, our boys, called him up and said, "This is the guy you want." I'm pissed they got him at 15, to be honest. But we'll see. I don't think he has enough talent to really be an elite quarterback.
Agreed.
Obviously, Tom Brady's Tom Brady. He's not replaceable, but I do think that they have some similarities in the sense of, just Belichick's a great coach. I don't think he made Brady who he is, but being with him for all that time, I'm sure it definitely helped. So I'm sure that he's going to have a pretty solid career there. Sadly,
my issue with the Patriots is who the heck is he throwing to? I mean, their tight ends are out. Nelson Aguilar is
that shouldn't be one of your best receivers.
No, I mean he's paid $12 million.
Oh, Jonnu Smith's out.
Johnny Smith and Hunter Henry are both hurt. I don't know if they're out for
They're going to be banged up all year.
Yeah.
That's why they signed him in free agency. Everybody was all hyped up.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Hunter Henry.
This isn't 5 years ago.
Yeah, Hunter Henry's going to play 4 games.
Yeah.
Johnny Smith, he was good in Tennessee, but I'm not sold on him. So obviously you got them +3.
Yes.
My take on it is...
What about the defense, though? I mean, Dante Hightower and Patrick Chung definitely returned. I think the Patriots...
Oh, he's still there, Chung? How old is he?
Yeah, I think he's still there, right?
Is he? Maybe. Yeah, I think he... I don't even know. I was talking about him the other day. He might still be there. He's been there forever.
Yeah. I think the Patriots will not be as bad as they were last year.
No.
They definitely won't. They were 6-10. I think that their ceiling... I mean, Vegas has it as 9. They're over-under
really?
total. Yeah, I like them to go maybe 8-9, 9-8.
Yeah.
That sounds right, but... the floor is yours. I'm Miami money line, baby.
I respect that. This is tough. If Gilmore was playing, I would hammer the Pats. To be honest, I think J.C. Jackson's a good enough corner to come out and have a good replacement for him. But I don't know. It really all depends on Tua. I'm not really huge on Tua. I know he did solid in the preseason, and I'm not just saying this as a Jets fan who's hating on another young QB in his division. I don't love the way Tua throws the ball. I know he's a Russell Wilson protege, quote unquote, like people like to say, but I'm not super sold on him yet. I think that both quarterbacks are going to have some struggles in this game, playing against pretty good defenses on both sides of the ball. I think that Miami definitely has more weapons than they've had in years past with Jalen Waddle. But I'm just taking the guy who's done it more times. So I'm just going to go with New England -3, just due to the fact that it's in Gillette. I think Tua's going to have some learning curve still. He's still super young. Yeah. And I think Mac Jones just looks ready, man. I know it's preseason. He's only going against second stringers. But if anyone can get their guy ready for week 1, it's Bill Belichick. So
true.
I don't know. I'm just going to go with... I think they split. So I'm going to go with New England here, but obviously I'm going to take them. Take Miami when they play him in Miami.
That's actually one that even as a Dolphins fan going back years, when
you guys beat them a lot.
Always in Miami, always.
Yeah,
like, you can lock in the Dolphins.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think you're going to sweep them. So that's why
right.
I just got you guys. It's
fine. Yeah.
As long as Tua plays well and you guys make it a good game, it sucks losing week 1, but you just want to see Tua do well if you lose.
We were there week 1 last year.
You don't want to lose because of Tua.
Exactly, yeah.
You want to.
That happened last year a lot. But.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, as long as Tua looks well and you guys are in the game and you don't make Mac Jones look like Brady, then you can keep your head high.
It's tough because as a non-Patriots fan, somehow, when you're watching those games in Gillette, the flags somehow, some way just seem to go a little bit more towards the Patriots whenever they're playing in Gillette Stadium. And I know even Patriots fans that I'm friends with will admit that.
Safarian Jenkins didn't fumble into the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that BS.
That
Just throwing
was
it out
crazy, bro.
Just throwing it out there. I don't know if we would have won that game, but that was probably one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life.
I remember that.
Just throwing it out there. Still sick about it.
I like the Dolphins +3 as a biased Dolphins fan. It's one of my best bets. And the over-under is low, 43.5. I think I'm going to go the over. I know that's a really low over-under. The Patriots with Cam Newton last year loved to milk the clock and slow the game down. But I don't know. Something tells me that these two offenses are going to come out and not exchange scores by any means, but I think that they could easily, 28-21 gets it done, no question.
I'm going to go the under here just because the lack of experience by both quarterbacks. Both defenses are very good. I could see it being a game where it's like 21-20 with either one. I know I picked New England -3, so that kind of goes against what I said. But I could also see it being 24-17 New England. I don't want to have Tucker choke me out here. But that would be my prediction for the game, probably 24-17 New England.
All right, I like it. We got Cleveland traveling to Kansas City. Kansas City is -6.5, and they are not one of my best bets, but I think that Kansas City -6.5 is just free money. I forgot what the actual stat was, but something like Kansas City covering last year 13 of 16 games. I mean, they are just they're literally in a tier with the Bucs of better than any other NFL team until
1,000%.
Otherwise. They are so loaded. Everyone is in their prime. Travis, Tyree,
they're locked up.
Yeah, get out of here, bro.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
They're just ridiculous.
Yes.
They
It's in Arrowhead, right?
It's in Arrowhead.
It's in Arrowhead.
I think they still have a bad taste in their mouth from the way that they performed against the Browns in the playoffs last year. The Browns gave them a fit. I know Mahomes got hurt that game, so obviously that's why it was closer than expected. But I don't know. I'm not huge on the Browns. I do think that Baker is pretty solid. I don't think the resurgence of OBJ matters much. I'm not really a big OBJ guy. I think he's years past his prime, to be honest. I haven't even touched him in any fantasy leagues. But I could be wrong. He could come out and light it up. He has the talent.
It's been 4 years, though.
Yeah, every year it's like OBJ's going to be good, and then just nothing.
Happens, yeah.
So it's just I don't know. He's irrelevant to me at this point. I just think Casey's very good. One of my buddies is a Bills fan, so he always rags on the Jets, but I tell him, I think you guys are just going to fight for runner-up in the AFC for the next, 5 years.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just don't see it. Unless Mahomes gets hurt, I just don't see anybody taking the AFC from the Chiefs.
At least not this year. Not this year.
Yeah. But they're just so good.
They're so good. Yeah.
But you never know. The Pats in their dynasty, they had some years where they got upset. Anybody could lose.
Right. This isn't KD Golden State. It's not that level of
but I just wouldn't bet against Mahomes, man.
No, me neither.
I think he's going to end his career with 3 to 4 rings, to be honest. He's that good.
And I believe the over-under is the highest of the slate.
I'd hammer the over.
54.5?
I would never bet against their defense isn't good, and the Browns could score.
Yeah, these two offenses are
very good.
Top 5 in the league.
This might be the AFC Championship game.
It could. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think so. I think that the AFC is, I think, the most loaded we've seen it in years. I think that the AFC is loaded. Obviously, the Chiefs are in a tier of their own, but I think that those 2 through 8 is
very solid.
Ridiculous.
Very solid. I think the NFC. I think it's just gonna be Packers Bucks again. Not to go off topic, but I think Rodgers has a lot to prove still in his last year. Talking about the last dance, I think he knows his last chance in Green Bay. So if he stays healthy, I know the game was kind of score-wise, it wasn't as close as it wasn't a one-possession game for the NFC Championship game. But take away that last-second idiotic touchdown that Kyle King let up, or Kevin King let up, right? Kevin King?
Yeah.
And that's a way closer game. I don't know how you let Scotty Miller do that to you. And that just changed the tone of the game. They were down by 11.5, and it's tough to go back from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that they're very top-heavy, like you were saying. I think the AFC has way more range. to where the NFC. I just don't see. Seahawks are good. Rams are good. They could, if Stafford plays to his ceiling, they could do well. But Packers and Bucks, those two just D lines are nasty.
Rams
elite
too. I like the Rams.
They're my third team in the NFC, but a lot has to go right for them. I feel, and losing Cam Akers just takes their explosiveness away. I don't think Darrell Henderson's going to do much. And
I'm big on the Rams. I think they win the NFC personally.
Really,
I love the Rams. Yeah,
but the Bucks return all their starters, man.
Yeah, they do. But I don't know if in NFL history we've ever seen the same teams play in the like Warriors Cavs. Have we ever seen that? The same teams playing back-to-back years? I know that two teams have there's been teams that have made it.
Patriots Colts probably have back in the day. Peyton Manning, Brady. I'm sure that
AFC Championship.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying Super Bowl. Championship. Like have we ever seen
because you have the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl.
Chiefs, yeah.
So then you wouldn't pick the Bucks again.
Yeah.
Have we had that? No.
I don't think the NFL's ever had it. If I had to guess, maybe back in the day.
Pats Giants was a few years apart.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, there's a first for everything.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But usually injuries happen.
That's true too.
So.
Yeah. We don't know. This is preseason, but
yeah. Roger can get Corona, freaking. Yeah. NFC Championship game. Different times in the NFL.
Yep. So I like Kansas City -6.5. I think that's free money. John does too. And
we both got the over, right?
Big time over.
Yeah, that would take the over.
So we got Denver going to MetLife to take on the Giants. Giants are +3.5 at home. And
we got to talk about this game, or?
We do. Denver is a team that you heard the narrative all offseason about how they have everything but a quarterback. And I do agree. I'm not a huge believer in Teddy Bridgewater, but I think that he is the perfect bridge, like Alex Smith in his prime, perfectly fine quarterback. Yeah. And for now, I think Denver, that's all they need. I have seen more than enough Daniel Jones in my lifetime for any NFL team to watch.
Very bad.
I just do not want to see Daniel Jones play football again.
Yeah, I think good on that.
Yeah, Denver -3.5 with those skills players, Cortland Sutton coming back, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon. That defense is stacked. I think that there's going to be a lot of Giants fans maybe pushing this line up a little bit, but I think that Denver is for sure -3.5, lock it in.
Yeah, Giants are a weird team. They played the Bucks pretty close for 3 quarters last year. They play hard. Joe Judge definitely makes them play hard. But I'm just not sold on them as a team. 3.5 is tough. If it was 3, I would have loved to buy the half point and take them at -2.5. So if I was bet this game, I wouldn't touch them at 3.5. I think both teams are kind of comparable, so I'd moneyline them at -155. Giants are a team that I honestly am not saying this or trying to talk about the Jets again, but I love the Corey Davis signing for 3 years, $36 million, way more than the Galladay for $15 annually. That's a dude. Galladay has way more talent, but that's a dude who hasn't proven to stay on the field. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's kind of already shown his ceiling, where Corey Davis was drafted, 4th overall? I feel like he still has a lot to prove. I feel like he's kind of still working through, and his potential hasn't been hit yet, where you kind of know where you're getting from Galladay. You're getting a guy who can make any catch, but when it comes to those catches, who knows if he's going to be limping off the field after. He's definitely the better player. But I don't know. That's a lot of money for a guy. You have an injury-prone running back. Now you're getting an injury-prone receiver, and you're giving him a lot of guaranteed money. I don't even think he might not even suit up week 1.
Who's that, Barkley?
Galladay.
Galladay's questionable, yeah.
It's questionable already. Week 1. That's going to be... Last year, I had him in fantasy. Dude didn't play all year. Yeah. I don't know if he just didn't play because he knew he wanted a big contract.
I think that was it, yeah.
But those guys scare me. And now he got his guaranteed money. You play in New York, they're gonna want you to play. And maybe he comes back too early and gets hurt. I don't know. But that's not the problem. The problem is... I just don't think they're a good team. If you watch the preseason game against the Pats, that pick in the end zone was disgustingly bad by Daniel Jones. I think Denver's defense, I think that corner they drafted is disgusting. I think he might even take Daniel Jones to the house on Sunday, to be honest.
Bradley Chubb?
Yeah. I got them. I got the Denver money line there. And then I'd go the under. I could see this game being 20-14.
It's 42 over-under. That's a really low over-under.
Yeah. 2017 even covers the under.
Yeah.
I don't see the Giants put up points, man. Especially if Barkley is on a snap count.
I'll take the over, but I don't love it. But I think that... So, Kenny Galladay, I'm a huge Kenny Galladay guy. I think that when he's healthy, he's
disgusting.
He's ridiculous.
He's disgusting. Get any 50-50 ball. He makes insane catches, but when you come down from that, that's how you get hurt.
Yeah.
Your body, uses his body so crazily that's how you get hurt.
Acrobatic, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that when, the 2 games a year that they do get healthy, Saquon and Galladay, that's going to be really good.
2 games?
Yeah. So if it is, then I think the Giants could cover, but I'm going to take Denver. You like the Giants covering plus 3.5?
No, I got Denver.
Oh, you have Denver? Okay.
Yeah, I would go Denver, and like I said, I'd go the money line, minus 155.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big money line guy if it's that close. But minus 3.5 and then money line.
Nice.
For sure.
All right, so we have next up Green Bay, the biggest soap opera of the offseason, traveling to New Orleans. New Orleans is plus 4.5 in the Dome. And this is one of my best bets. I absolutely am all over Green Bay minus 4.5. I think that the Saints are not the Saints. Like, people think that, we're going to come out and the Saints are going to be another 10, 11 win team. This year, I'm telling you, they are not. They're the Patriots of last year. I think that they're going to suck. There's no Drew Brees. Yeah, there's no Michael Thomas. Their defense is tough. But, I just think
no Mike Thomas is true.
Yeah, I think that the Saints are going to literally win like 7 games. And I think that people love the Saints. They think they're really good. Green Bay minus 4.5. Give me that all day long, dude.
I'm going to agree with that one there. I definitely would bet against Mr. 30 for 30. Jameis. Famous Jameis.
Yeah, 30 for 30. I remember he did that.
Yeah, I don't know. I have, like I said before, I got Jones in both my fantasy leagues, so it might not be a great day for him, to be honest. I know the Saints' D-line is pretty good, but I do see Green Bay getting up and keeping the lead early, so I think they're going to pound the ball all day. I don't think that Jameis... I think in other games against shitty defenses, bad defenses, Jameis is going to light it up and have some pretty good days, but anytime in his career that he's facing elite defense, secondary, he just turns the ball over. So I'm going to go Green Bay minus 4.5 very confidently, and the over-under is 50. I think I'd hammer the under, to be honest, just due to the fact that I don't see New Orleans keeping up with Green Bay. So I would say my final score prediction is Green Bay to cover 28-21 and the under hitting my point.
I like it. I'm going to go the over. I think that some team on the slate has to put up 40, and I think that Green Bay does. I think that this could seriously be Green Bay 42-14. This honestly might be my favorite bet. Green Bay minus 4.5 might be my favorite bet of this season.
I think everyone's taking that, though. I don't know, though, because it's in New Orleans.
That's the thing, is like the Dome, but Jameis.
Yeah,
Jameis Winston, bro. Jameis Winston.
I know.
No other words, dude.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Rodgers versus Jameis Winston. Aaron Rodgers is 4.5. Aaron Rodgers is beating Jameis Winston by 5 points.
I respect that. I might take them, to be honest. I might bet them right now.
I love that spread, dude. So I'm taking Green Bay and the over. John Don is taking Green Bay and the under.
Yeah.
And next up we have Andy Dalton's Chicago Bears. Yes, I said that. Is going to the Rams. The Rams are 7.5 point favorites. This is the Sunday night game. And if it was Justin Fields, I think I would take the Bears. I think that the Bears are what they always have been with Andy Dalton, which is a ridiculous defense. Offense and quarterback are terrible. But then you plug Justin Fields in there, you never know. But if Andy Dalton is playing this football game, I am taking the LA Rams with 7.5 for sure all day long.
Yeah. I think that Aaron Donald is going to give Andy Dalton nightmares.
Yeah.
I'm honestly disappointed in the way that Dalton played as a backup last year for the Cowboys. I know that their line was pretty bad, but to get benched for Ben DiNucci, I mean, that should never happen.
Cooper Rush.
Yeah, and Cooper Rush. Like these dudes, they don't even sound like real people. Sounds like he's making pizzas in a Bronx pizza parlor. But I definitely like the Rams 7.5. I'm not even afraid of a backdoor cover here. I think that if they try to score in the last 2 minutes, they'll just get picked off or something. So I think we're both riding minus 7.5 there. Definitely interested to see Dalton. I think they're smart for letting him get murdered by the Rams defense and letting Fields play week 4. I think he's probably going to be the starter by week 4, to be honest. And the over-under is tricky to me, 46.5. My biggest worry is the Bears just not scoring points.
Yeah.
I know the Rams will be good to score
at least 28
points.
Yeah, at least.
But the question is, can the Bears score 20? I don't know. I could see it being like 28-17. And, to be honest, I could see it being like a 28-17 game. I have on a side note, I have Allen Robinson in fantasy going against Cooper Kupp in a matchup, one of my bigger leagues. And that's the last 2 players we have.
Oh, that could be it, dude.
Nah. I'm going to be pissed. Because A-Rob's going to get clamped up by Jalen. I hope he might beat him for a few, but he's not going to put up a crazy game. And Cooper Kupp's going to go off, I feel. Just because I'm very high on Cooper Kupp. I think he's a very good talent. Hopefully, I don't like wishing injuries, but maybe tweak an ankle, miss a quarter or two, come back next week.
Win the lottery.
Yeah, come back next week and be healthy.
Yeah,
just
you hope that if he does get hurt, that he does the right thing and takes the rest of the game off.
Yeah, just tweak the ankle, come back next week, and when I'm not playing, you be healthy.
Yeah. So I think that Matt Stafford to the Rams is maybe the most underrated acquisition of the offseason. I really think that Matt Stafford is going to put that team over the top.
It's not being talked about enough, I feel.
It isn't. No.
It's weird.
No.
I think Roger stole the headlines.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really what it is.
And other things. But Detroit, people need to understand that for those 10 years that Stafford was there,
horrible.
Those defenses that he had to play with, like, oh my god.
Dude, his running backs were, who's that bum?
Javid Best.
Reggie Bush.
Like, what are they doing?
Come on.
Remember they had that streak for a couple years where they didn't have a 100-yard rusher for like 4 seasons in a row or something crazy?
I don't think there was a draftable Lions running back forever.
For ages, bro.
Never had a draftable Lions running back. Theo Riddick, yeah. Bums.
I'm trying to think of the other ones. But yeah, I really think that Matt Stafford puts the Rams over the top, and I like the Rams. I've said it on record, even after the Akers injury, I'm going contrarian. I like them to win the whole thing this year. So I'm on the 7.5 and the over. John, you were going 7.5 and for the Rams, and then the under over.
I'm gonna go the under, because I think it's gonna be at 28-17.
46.5 under.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it. So the last game of the slate is another one of my best bets. Baltimore going to Vegas. Vegas plus 4.5 at home, and I truthfully think that the Raiders could suck this year, and I think that they dismantled their offensive line, which was like one of the decent parts of their team. In Baltimore is just, I know J.K. Dobbins breaks my heart. He was my 3rd-round pick in one of my big leagues. Yeah, it breaks my heart.
I'm on the reverse. Like, I don't wish injury upon anybody. I made a joke before, but I drafted Gus Edwards in one of my Big 12 mans.
Oh, there you go.
So obviously that gives me like a freaking high-end RB2.
It's automatic. Yep.
Like automatic. He's getting picked in like late 3rd, like mid 4th rounds. Mm-hmm. And I have Tannehill as my quarterback. So I ended up trading Gus Edwards and Galladay to a Giants fan in my league for A.J. Brown.
Oh my gosh.
So like I'm doing that every day though.
That's all day.
Right?
Dude. Good stuff.
So it helped me out, but obviously I would never wish injury upon anybody.
Right.
But Gus Edwards, people in my league were complaining, saying that, you got trade killed him. But I don't think so, to be honest. I think that at the end of the year, that might end up being a pretty solid trade. If they don't bring any, I know they brought in Lev. I'm not sold on Le'Veon Bell.
No, me neither.
So I think Gus Edwards is good. He's had 700 yards in the past 3 seasons. They let him be a workhorse. Why not? Mm-hmm. I think he can definitely run for 1,000 yards.
I mean, and last time we saw the Raiders defense, I mean, my gosh.
Bad.
They are just, I think that
Very
Lamar
bad.
Jackson could legitimately rush for like 400
yards. He might have 500 total purpose
yards. Yeah, I mean, the Raiders defense is just terrible. And in Vegas, because it's in Vegas, there's all those Raiders Vegas fans. They love to bet the home team, and I think that 4.5, like, give me that every day of the week. Baltimore minus 4.5.
This is tough for me. The Ravens are definitely the better team, like for sure.
No question. Yeah.
For sure.
No question.
But the Raiders are weird, man. Raiders are weird.
They are. They show up some games.
They upset the Chiefs. They played the Chiefs tough.
In Arrowhead.
I could see this being a game that the Raiders win.
Really?
Yes.
Week 1 Monday Night Fluke?
Just some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Just the atmosphere in Vegas is big. I'm not a huge Lamar guy, to be honest. I think he's going to be a guy who is very good for a few years. But when you rely, I know it's overplayed and it sounds corny, but when you rely on running that much, it catches up to you, man.
His throwing is tough.
It's not pretty. He's a pretty deep ball, though. He has a pretty good deep ball. But on those 3rd and longs, 3rd and 12, do I trust him to make a nice throw on and out? I don't know. I really don't. So if the Raiders play with energy, if they can, Derek Carr, sometimes he's very good. So if Waller can have a field day, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. How is Patrick Queen? Is he good in coverage?
Yeah, he's a baller.
Good.
I honestly don't know too much about Patrick Queen himself, but I just know that he's a really good football player.
Nasty. I don't know if he's a run stopper. I don't know how he does against tight ends, but that's going to be probably the X factor. If Waller can get going, this is a game they can compete in. But if there's no Waller, I don't think Henry Ruggs is good at all.
No, me neither.
Not huge on Ruggs. I don't know why they took him as the first receiver in that draft. I mean, time will tell. But they were probably hoping for their own version of Tyreek Hill, but people need to stop doing that.
No. He is not good. He is like by far the fourth receiver out of the last four receivers to come out of that program. But their new stadium, I've seen it in person. It is pretty.
You see Al Davis's house?
No.
Or not Al Davis, Mark Davis's house?
No.
It like looks like the stadium. It's like
does
a
it really?
$15 million house. Yeah, it's sick. It literally like looks like the stadium. And then I would take the I think the Raiders can put up points. Their defense is bad, but
the Ravens defense is good though.
that's what I'm saying though. So I think they could put up points though. So I could see this being like a 31-24 game.
Over-under's 50.5.
Yeah, so I think I'd take the over, to be honest. My final score prediction for this one would probably be 30 to... I'm going to go 30 to 27 Las Vegas. I think it's going to be 27-27. Wow. I think I could see them winning on a late field goal.
You like Vegas money line?
I wouldn't bet it, but I love going crazy. I'd say yeah.
Why not?
I'd say
Monday nighters.
Not my money, but your guys' money. Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it, but
Week 1 Monday nighters are weird, bro.
Yeah.
They definitely are.
Yeah.
I like Baltimore to cover, and I'm gonna go the under. Just to be contrarian, I don't really have a good feel for it, but I'm gonna go Baltimore and the under. John Don is gonna go Vegas covering and the over. And that is going to conclude our Week 1 spread picks. We thank you guys so much for listening. And John,
yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Go Dolphins, go Jets, and do not go Patriots or Bills. Anyone you want to plug any of your boys on here?
Potts, if you listen to this, I really think the Packers have a drama queen at quarterback. Joey, he's a Texans fan.
Oh my gosh, dude.
He likes to clown me, but I mean, I think anybody would take the Jets' future over you guys, to be honest. Mikey's a Bills fan. Josh Allen's going to regress. Thanks for paying him all that money. And yeah, no, that's about it, to be honest. I'm not going to clown the Dolphins in front of you, out of respect for having me today. But, yeah, Jets money line.
Jets money line, baby. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys, that is going to do it on the show today. Had a good time with my friend John on that one, and we get to watch some football tonight. Cowboys Buccaneers. Hope you guys enjoy the game, and we will have a show tomorrow. Take care and enjoy some NFL football for once. Let's go, baby. Take care.